It's Friday night and it's time for football. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Raider Media. David Griffin alongside Brandon Krauska. Joining us today in the booth, Buck Baskin, and on camera today is Autumn Krauska. Glad to have all of you listening, and certainly the Godfather, thank you so very much for all the work you did before the game to get us the package so that we can get all the proper information to Raider Nation. So thank you for being a part of Raider Media. All of you that are tuned in to Raider Media and actually have subscribed should be getting notified about right now. And so if you'll check it out, you'll see that we are live and beginning something new. Last week, continuing that new tradition, we are now in Carrollton at Stanbridge Stadium, getting set for the second game of the season for the Sunnyvale Raiders, and strangely enough, the first game of the year for the Carrollton Ranchview Wolves. Last week, the Ranchview Wolves on Thursday evening had to cancel their game due to lightning, so this is their first game of the season. And Brandon, my thought on that is that that's a mixed blessing. To one degree, you didn't get anybody hurt, but on the other hand, you've got some things you got to work out that everybody has to work out. You don't ever feel it until you get into that first game. Which do you think it favors?
Well, I think it's a combination, right? Because you do run that risk, but to your point, you knock all that rust off, right? It's been a long summer, lots of workouts, lots of kind of everything, all coming up to that, Thursday night or Friday night game, first one of the season. To your point, you work a lot of things out that first night. It's first time you're really hitting. It's first time that you're full game speed. So I think that is going to potentially play into the game, but I don't know that it plays too much beyond kind of that first series or two. For each offensively and defensively. I think the Raiders, coming off a really good one last week, had a lot of offense, put a lot of, I think, 5 touchdowns on the board.
Right.
And were able to work out. Now, they also had their own issues that they need to work through as they go. And having that one game, it's kind of like you get that running start.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting tonight. We were talking last week about the speed, the wind speed. I'd suspect that today is quite a bit more brisk. Now, it wasn't as cool, but it certainly is brisk today. We are high up atop Stanbridge Stadium, so we get a little extra dose of it. But
well, you look down there, and the flags are
just ripping.
Full out, and to your point, wind is definitely out of a different end. Last week it was out of the north. This week out of the south. As you said, probably a 20, 25 degree difference. I know we were freezing up in Aubrey on top of the box, but we'll have to see what this warm, humid air kind of does. Had cramps. That was a problem last week. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I would suspect even more of that this week.
But yeah, I've got the crowd mic kind of hidden behind the corner about as much as we can. If we hear somebody hollering there, it might be Courtney Griffin, as she's sitting by the crowd mic, so we'll see if she has any hot sports opinions that we'll hear later on.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to pay a few bills here. We thank you so very much for tuning into Raider Media. We have some fantastic sponsors that have allowed us to get on the air this season, and we are certainly grateful that you have chosen to join with us here on Raider Media, and we'll be back to continue our pregame show right after this.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, Trophy, Trophy Nissan.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
Welcome back to Carrollton, Texas. The Sunnyvale Raiders and the Ranchview Wolves set to tee it up here for the second game of the season for the Raiders, first game for the Wolves. And one of the more interesting things tonight, Brandon, is this is senior night for the Ranchview Wolves.
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Never seen that.
A lot of people here early as they were going through. They made the announcements a bit earlier before we were able to get on. And yeah, it's an early senior night, but get them while you can.
I believe we have just received
that was the lightning alarm.
A lightning alarm, which is going to put this game into a delay. How about that?
Yeah, I just saw one on my phone.
Not sure how far it is or how big the cell is, but
it says 9.6 miles north.
Guess we got to figure out what's next. Well, we're going to pause the broadcast, I guess, Brandon, and fortunately, I think we can leave our stuff here. Should be fine. And you got a plan?
No, we'll just, so we know it, at least at this point, it's going to be 30 minutes. We'll have to see what we can do from the YouTube Live to kind of let people know what's going on. They are kicking us out of right here, making us go underneath. So we'll end up, I guess we could just leave it broadcasting.
Well,
or maybe we'll come back, see what we can do from a messaging perspective.
We need to put delayed on there so that they can see it. So, lightning delay. Well, how about that? We'll do what we can, and we'll be back here on Raider Media as soon as they allow us. And we're back. The lightning delay has passed. We are here in Carrollton at the Stanbridge Stadium. The Sunnyvale Raiders getting set to take on the Ranchview Wolves in a matchup between a 4A D1 school in the Ranchview Wolves, third place in the district last year, and the Sunnyvale Raiders, who finished first in their district last year, but they do play in 4A Division II. Thanks for hanging with us there, folks, if you were able to tune back in. We are glad to have you here, and certainly lots of friends tuning in last week and this week on Raider Media. Hope that you'll go to YouTube and subscribe to that. David Griffin alongside Brandon Krauska. We got Buck Baskin joining us here, producing today. Autumn Krauska on camera. We are back here, and it is just a few minutes before we begin. As a matter of fact, 6 minutes and 32 seconds, Brandon, which means it's going to be tough to play Cody's interview, but you want to try it or not? What do you think? 40 minutes? Let's do it.
Yeah, we got 4 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to hear from Coach Cody Stutz about last week's game and about tonight's opponent. You're listening to Raider Media. We'll be back after this talk with Cody Stutz. We're here with Coach Cody Stutz here on Raider Media. It's the Houston Telos State Farm pregame show with Coach Cody Stutz. And Coach Stutz, first of all, had to be nice to get that first win under your belt. How did it feel?
Yeah, it felt great, man. Traveling to Aubrey is never easy. It's quite a hike, and we're fired up to get up there and get that first road win out of the way.
We talked a little bit last week about coming in as, I guess, the underdog based upon what we saw locally and, you know, around the state and where you were ranked and max preps and things. How did your team kind of rally to really not really ever have the game in doubt?
Yeah, I mean, we talk to our kids about, regardless of who we're playing, when we're playing, you know, rankings, you know, through the good and the bad, we're going to practice the same, and we're going to prepare the same, and you know, I think our kids were focused, more focused than what I've ever seen one of our teams be going into an away game. They were locked in and ready to go, so we're super proud of that effort.
When you look back on the game, some of the people that stood out, talk about some of those players.
Yeah, offensively, you know, clearly Kaysen is our quarterback is a year older. We have a large group of receivers out there this year. We're really deep. You know, we have the two Griffin boys, seniors, and been around a long time. We got two young sophomores with Grayson Walker, Riley Harris, and then we got clearly Hudson Leonard. We did not even use Drew Gardner this past week. He played nothing but safety, but we have a bunch of kids that have contributed a lot, and so you know, we're pretty fired up about that. We have a young running back step up with Aiden Brown going down, and you know, Ant coming on with our offensive line, so we're pretty fired up about offensively moving forward. Defensively, you know, that was kind of the question, who was going to step up with AB gone, and you know, big Casey Milligan inside was huge for us, and honestly, we just had a rotation of guys in there. Our linebacker core was strong. Jake Ivey returned from safety to play safeties, and you know, we have a lot to learn, a lot of growing up to do, but we're pretty fired up about the progress that was made.
As a former linebacker yourself, how did it feel seeing Austin Helton out there playing quarterback on that defense?
Yeah, man, what a story. You know, I've been lucky enough to coach Austin for a few years from now, and it's not just physical that Austin brings. He can kind of read my mind and what calls I want to make, and he really is a quarterback of that defense. He has the right to check calls and put us in position to put us in good positions to stop opponent offense, and so. Man, I'm so fired up. He had a huge game. I want to say he had 17 tackles, and he was just flying around. And he's shaking that dust off, and look forward to seeing what he's going to do next week.
So this week, a new challenge with this Carrollton Ranchview team, and what presents interesting is that they have had a game film on you, but you have none on them. Talk about that challenge.
Yeah, Coach Leonard at Ranchview, you know, he called me Thursday night and let us know that they would not be playing and they would have no film to trade. So he came out to watch us Friday night. Interesting, we have nothing but scrimmage film. So it's kind of been a beat down and watching nothing but scrimmage film. We have no idea who the real starters are. But we do know based on last year's junior class who's coming back and who we anticipate to start. So he does a good job with those guys. They're super explosive. They have lots of athletes all over the field. So you know, it's always a good test early for us to play these guys, and we're looking forward for that matchup.
Unusual start to the season, 2 games on the road before having 5 of your last 8 at home. That's a little bit strange for the scheduling. Talk about the challenge that brings.
You know, we ironically enough, we kind of like road games. We like getting on the road. There's a ton of distractions that sometimes that playing at home brings, and so we don't mind the road. So we're looking forward to getting on the road again and traveling.
Well, Coach, thank you so very much, and good luck against Ranchview.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
That is Coach Cody Stutz here on Raider Media. We'll be back right after this.
You might know that State Farm agent Houston Tullis has great service. He is your good neighbor after all. But did you know that State Farm has surprisingly great rates too? Yep, that's right. Along with good neighbor service, State Farm agent Houston Tullis has surprisingly great rates for everyone in Sunnyvale. So call State Farm agent Houston Tullis at 972-226-5419 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We are back here in Carrollton, Texas. The lightning is still in the sky, but a long way. It's a long way off from us. Hopefully, we'll be able to make it through this ball game tonight. It was no rain at all, just in case you were wondering, so the field should not be slippery. It was just a lightning delay as a thunderhead moved about 7-8 miles to about 20 miles north of us and moved from west to east. And interestingly enough, there's no wind whatsoever now, Brandon. I mean, there's almost zero breeze.
It was crazy windy out of the south. And then, once the storm kind of settled in and the wind was coming out of the north, and, the flags are just they completely down, no breeze seemingly at all.
So I'm not sure if we're skipping the national anthem or what is happening now, but Raiders in the end zone. The Wolves here already on the sidelines. Well, interestingly enough, here come the Raiders out on the field. Of course, not enough time to get the inflatable up and all the things that need to be done. So here we are. Tonight, the Raiders have several players not playing tonight, but we'll just kind of leave that where it is. Hopefully, they will be back very soon. Nothing season-ending or anything like that, but just a few players that aren't able to play tonight. So the Raiders will have to do next man up mentality. No question about that. So Ranchview will be kicking off from the south end zone, kicking towards the north end zone. Not actually sure what direction the wind is blowing or if it's going to at some point or another kick up. But let's see what Ranchview has in the works right now. Of course, Raiders do a little bit of a hands team kind of mentality with Griffin, Becker, and Brandon Wright up front alongside in the middle. They've got Big Rashad, so watching for that onside kick. Here's the ball. Kickoff's going to come down to Gardner at the 15 to the 20 to the 25-yard line. Makes a man miss to the 32-yard line, and Raiders will set up shop there.
Yeah, not a real fast kind of return there, but he's able to get good yardage. I'm going to start the possession off. Looks like they're marking this at the 31. And, skipping the before-game ceremonies and just right into it.
Just getting right to it.
Raiders will be out first.
Raiders offense comes out on the field. Let's see if we can set that offense. Of course, it'll be Kaysen Maupin. And in the backfield, will actually start as Drew Gardner. Got Paul Griffin to the near side. Then Riley Harris moves from the right to the left. Smith is in, and Ben Griffin at the far receivers. No backs in the backfield. He's going to turn, hand off. This one's over to Gardner. Gardner cuts to the inside, now makes a man miss. He's going to pick up about 5, maybe 6 yards. Nice run there by Drew Gardner.
Yeah, nice little jet sweeps coming across, and he's able to get a handful of yards. Got some good blocking from that kind of bunched receivers on the far side. And, 6 yards and starting things off right.
5 receivers, no one in the backfield alongside Maupin. 3-man front, 2 linebackers, so there's a lot of guys in coverage. So Maupin calls for the ball. I think there's got to be an offsides, doesn't there?
I didn't see any flags
Maupin
come
throws
out.
it.
And he throws it away awful late.
I didn't see anybody. Sure looked like somebody was offsides, didn't it?
Yeah, it's one of those. I definitely was not going to be surprised if they did. Either they didn't jump far enough in or got out, but definitely some movement early, so we'll have to watch that. Another of these, empty backfield.
Raiders come out with that empty look. 3rd down and 4. Man in motion across the face of Maupin, and that ball's on the ground. Ball was given to the freshman. Caden Walton fumbles the ball, and the Raiders are going to have to punt. The ball goes, it's a 7-yard loss on that play, and not much very crisp right there for the Raiders.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I would say that the Raiders looked more like the team that has not played a game yet, more than the Ranchview Wolves did.
Yeah, right there, lost quite a few yards on that one, and it's going to back them up. Number 11, Lamage Waters is the one that comes in, gets a hand on the jersey, and slings him down. And it's the second time we've seen this offense. Once last week, or twice. Was it one fumble or 2 fumbles last week?
Here's the punt. Remember, a different punter in for the Raiders. That ball's off of the return man. He makes he grabs the ball, which was pretty impressive, honestly. He was right in the middle of a lot of Raiders, and I believe Caden Lucas makes the stop.
Yeah, Josiah Samuel. Oh no, it's number 9, Logan Thomas. There on the punt return, and yeah, he was backing up like he was going to let it go, and the ball just kind of popped up right in his chest. 3 or 4 Raiders right there, and kind of a dangerous play for the Wolves, but able to hold on to it, and here come their offense.
So the Wolves bring their offense out. 10-17 remaining in the first quarter. We'd had a long lightning delay prior to the game. It is not wet, so it's 1st and 10 now. Quarterback calls for the ball, looks over right side. Here's the handoff. Raiders are there very quickly. No gain on the play there. Number 4, the returning quarterback, Rasheal Alada, hands that ball off to number 5, Balogun. Hope I got that right. Now empty for Carrollton Ranchview. Now watch out here. Alada is a good runner, so I suspect you've got to watch him here. Here Alada looks over right side, is going to throw the out route in front of Bolds. The catch is going to be made about a 5-6 yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, that's going to be caught by Jayshawn Williams, and good enough for a
6-yard pickup, maybe 7, 6. We'll call it 6. 3rd and 4. So 1 receiver on the wide side, 3 here to the near. We've got the Raiders spread out here. They're going to take it, handoff right up the middle. Moves over to the side, and the Raiders, I believe, stop him short. Yeah, it's going to be 2 yards short. The ball's going to be at the 39-yard line. Big hit there.
Yeah, Grayson Smith really meets the runner in that hole and gets a good tackle. I mean, really, really nice kind of rugby-style tackle. Gets him down with the legs, wraps him up, and makes sure he does not get that 1st down. It's like
no doubt.
Yeah, 2-yard gain, 4th and 2.
4th down and 2. They're at least going to get into punt formation. You could see a fake here. I believe that's, is that Walker back there, or is that Drew Gardner? I think it's Walker. Timeout's going to be called here by the Ranchview Wolves. We'll take it with them. We'll be back here on the Sportsgram Network. I did it on Raider Media right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. I would like to invite you to join us at our Sunnyvale campus this coming Sunday at 9 or 10:30 a.m. We take great care to provide engaging worship experiences for people of all ages. From your very first visit, we trust that you will find our environment is welcoming, our atmosphere is casual, and our message is God-honoring and helpful. And as a bonus, you will find that many of our members are active leaders in our Sunnyvale community. So we are confident that you will see some familiar and friendly faces. So check out our website at sealifec.com and make the choice to visit us on the south side of 80 this coming Sunday. At Sea Life, we are serious about connecting people with God and one another, and we always support the Raiders.
Well, here we go. It's 4th down and 2. Let's see if there is an actual punt by Ranchview. Yes. Steps back, goes to the right side.
Yeah, it's going to be a flag.
There's going to be a flag. Not sure.
Got his leg. Looked like it was really close. Really, really close to a block. That's number 22, Austin Helton.
Thought he had it?
Yeah. I just barely misses the ball, and is going to get the punter on this one. It's going to be a fresh set of downs.
Wow.
Really, really close. That was
Personal,
so close
but he called
to
a personal foul. He didn't even call it running into. He called it a roughing.
Yeah, he got his leg pretty good.
Wow. Anything but that.
Yeah, it was so
That's
close.
basically like a turnover, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, really, I mean, and it was a good punt, too, really, for the punter to get that away. Just an unfortunate turn for the Raiders.
Yeah, he got him, no doubt.
Oh, yeah, they're showing the replay up on the on the
I saw the replay on the screen. There was no question he got him.
It was so close to
First
a block,
and 10
too.
for Ranchview, keeping the ball away from those Raiders. First down and 10. Alada calls for the ball, turns, looks over right side. He's going to be chased here. Being chased by number 15. He's going to throw it away. Is 15 Dalaba? Is that who that is? I got to get my sheet out here.
Yes,
Eli Dalaba giving chase there for Alada. Second down and 10. Three receivers near side, one to the far side. A lot of calls for the ball. He's got a running back to his right. Turns, hands off left side. Here's trying to get the edge and not able to get around. Slips at the 46-yard line, and it'll be third down and 10. No gain on the play.
Yeah, Belogan tries to get around. I thought he might have had a good shot at that edge, but he ends up slipping, going down again. This is no rain, so it definitely not a slick field. But loses his feet. I think the Raider defense really had a good containment there and good speed around the edge.
So third down and 10. A lot of calls for the ball. Running back to his right. Snap is low. Here looks over near side's going to throw the screen pass, and he's open, but he trips. The turf monster gets him at the 40-yard line. It's going to be fourth down and 4. And I'm sure Ranchview is going to go for it on the Raider 40, but goodness gracious.
Yeah, he had a lot of field in front of him. Again, that's Belogan again. He slips there about the 45-yard line. And they're going to come up short of the first down, but like you said, 4th and 4 likely going for it.
A lot of calls for the ball. Looks over left side's going to make the throw, and that one's incomplete. They wanted a penalty flag, but that was such a bad pass, you don't call it there. Klein Becker on the coverage. That's the wrong guy to go against. Becker doing a nice job on coverage, as he always does.
You know, gave the Wolves offense a couple more plays there, but the Raiders will come back out.
Yeah, no first downs, though.
Got a good stop.
Well, I guess there was a first down by penalty on a punt. So Raiders come back out now with Walton standing behind Maupin. 3 receivers wide side, 1 to the near. Maupin calls for the ball. Looks over left side, has to roll. He's going to keep it himself, try to get around the edge, and he's going to lose a yard. It's going to be a sack.
Yeah, so really a good job, and what really kind of extended this. Now, Kason Maupin's going to lose a yard on this one, but Caden Walton did a fantastic job of picking up the end on this near side. So that end beats the tackle, but Walton steps up, puts a good hit on him, and allows Kason to get out of the pocket and get a chance on it. Likely I think he throws that away typically, but we'll take the 1-yard loss.
H back in now. Maupin looks back over at Coach Vernado. Second down and 11. Raiders going to call timeout. Well, it has been kind of like slushing through quicksand so far, Brandon. Raiders have not looked crisp, have they?
No, not quite. It'll be interesting to see. Again, we're in what did that end up being? About an hour and 15-minute break, right, from the weather. Sends them back in the locker room. They're just you just got to sit down. You're all hyped up before the game, then sit in the locker room, and then you come back out here, and with only 10 minutes to warm up, it's hard to kind of get that engine back up and going after you've kind of come down, right? So it'll be interesting to see what they do. They've got a second and long coming up. And, yeah, not quite the prolific offense we saw up in Aubrey last week, at least just yet.
Right. 2nd down and 11. Well, once again, you are working. You don't know what they're going to do, right? Because you haven't seen any film at all. 5 wides this time for the Raiders. Snap back to Maupin. Looks over. Right side's going to throw it out. This one's going to be dropped. It was a tough. It was easy alligator arms right there because of because the quarterback was coming right at Hudson Leonard. That's one of those business decisions you kind of understand, especially if there's a penalty.
Yeah, I think he
on illegal man downfield. They're calling that the Raiders somebody covered somebody up there.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say that the pass came out really quickly there.
Yeah, it was. They're going to call Drew Gardner.
Yeah, the slot wasn't off the line.
Well, I don't know if it was who was supposed to be off the line or on the line, but one of them has to be on,
sure.
one of them has to be off.
Yeah, definitely think Hudson might have heard some footsteps coming on that one. To your point, but yeah, he was about to get smashed on that sideline.
So 2nd down and 16. Maupin looks up the middle, looks over right side. He's got an opportunity to throw it over the head of Drew Gardner, who had broken open. And boy, Maupin kind of swings his fist at the air there because he knew he had one. A hard throw, though, moving from his left to his right. Gardner breaks open, but not able to do anything there.
Yeah, really had Gardner on that wheel route. Almost turned into not quite another move, but to your point, Kaysen steps up, sucks in the defense, and just he's on a run. You know, that's not an easy pass to make, right? On the run, and puts it just over.
So here's Maupin. Looks over, left side's going to throw it deep. This ball is going to be intended for, it's going to be picked off. Ball is going to be picked off, and goodness gracious, they get away from the Raider defenders. This could be a pick 6. You better look out right here. Riley Harris with the run. Last hope is Maupin. And he makes the tackle. My goodness, lots of things went wrong there.
Yeah, he ends up putting just, I don't know, it's one of those way too much air. He's trying to get some stuff done, definitely showing some frustration there.
He's trusting, you know, they've tagged the outside receiver there.
But number 7, Jamari Williams, who's playing just kind of center field out there, able to come down with it. And I was about to say, okay, well, that's kind of like a punt in this situation, but the Raiders did not put him on the ground, and he comes back about 50 or 60 yards the other way.
Well, there were Paul Griffin was trying to strip the ball from the receiver, and he gets away. And when he does, then you got trouble because you got a lineman trying to get him downfield. Here goes right over the middle. Here's the nice attempt there. A lot of throwing for number 2.
Yeah, Devin Scott is the target there.
Devin Scott, and that ball falls incomplete. That was Gardner on the coverage.
And really had good position on him. And just puts his, I mean, luckily for the Raiders, puts it over his head.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Ranchview Wolves. 2 receivers wide side, 2 to the near. The tailback is Mundimi. Mundimi up the middle. Nice run here. He's going to pick up about 7, maybe 8. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. So 3rd down and 2. A lot of calls for the ball. Man in motion left to right. Looks over, hands off, cuts back across the field. I don't think he got it.
No, they're going to stop him at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4th down and 1.
So I think this is actually 4th and 2. I think the yard to gain is actually the 13-yard line.
Okay.
They're putting the ball here on the 15. Now, 4th and 1, 4th and 2. Another handoff to Belogan, and he only gets a yard on the play. And, gosh, I didn't catch who that was.
Who made the tackle?
Yes.
We are way up here tonight, that's for sure.
I know. I hadn't put my binoculars back in my backpack just yet for the season. I'm going to have to do that for sure. 4th and 2 coming up.
So here's the snap, turn, hands off left side, almost had him in the backfield. Oh, but breaks into the secondary and a touchdown.
Yeah, Belogan puts the spin move in the backfield and a 15-yard touchdown run, and Ranchview is on the board.
Wow. They go for it on a 4th and 2 and break the line to gain.
You know that thing about they hadn't had a warm-up game? I'm not feeling good about what we said earlier about that.
No, not at all.
That was before the lightning delay, so.
Yeah, the Raiders going to have to kind of wake up a bit, no question about that. Not really even a big play, just on 4th down and 2.
David Karkey is going to put this one in.
And a new score. Sunnyvale Raiders 0, Ranchview Wolves 7. Will be back on the Raider Media Network right after this.
Thanks for choosing Whataburger. What can I get started for you?
At Whataburger, each meal is made to order, so you can always get exactly what you crave. If that's a Whataburger What a Meal, you got it. But if you're in the mood for something a little more you, like a Whataburger with grilled onions, crispy bacon, and creamy pepper sauce, go for it. March to the beat of your own drum. Bite into the beef of your own Whataburger creation. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Well, the Wolves draw first blood against the Raiders. 7-0 off of a 4th down and 2. 15-yard scamper by number 6.
After the interception with about a 50-yard return, really puts them in good field position.
Here's Drew Gardner breaks the outside to the 35 to the 40 to the 45 to the 50, all the way into Wolf territory at the 46-yard line, and a very nice job by the Raiders right there, getting some special teams love right there for the Raiders. Nice job by Gardner.
All right, possession number 3. We're still in the first. We're going to have to see if this Raider offense is going to put things together.
Yeah. Do the Raiders have a first down?
I have them with a total yards of -3 so far.
Yeah, but they did lose that one, but they almost got a first down, but didn't quite. That's right.
Not so good. Now, granted, the Wolves, who are on the board, only have 27 yards.
Yep. So no one in the backfield with Maupin. Raiders working on that empty backfield set. Only 3 down linemen. Feel like you should be able to block. Nice move at the 40-yard line. Gets down to the 39. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
So nice run up the middle for Anthony McCoy, who got in. And it's one of these running back by committees here's these couple weeks.
Maupin's going to keep the ball himself. He's going to get a first down and some more. Nice run there by Maupin. Gets to the 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 there.
Yeah, 13-yard. I'd hate to call it a scamper. That was just a tuck it and run, but 13 yards gets him up the field. And starting to get a little momentum. Another handoff to McCoy.
Ant's going to pick up about 4 yards. Yep, 4. Bring up 2nd down 6. There's an injury timeout. Looks like that's maybe big Cooper Eastman. I don't know. Well, we'll take it with him. You're listening to Sunnyvale Raider football on the Raider Network. We'll be back right after this.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
You might know that State Farm agent Houston Tullis has great service. He is your good neighbor after all. But did you know that State Farm has surprisingly great rates too? Yep, that's right. Along with good neighbor service, State Farm agent Houston Tullis has surprisingly great rates for everyone in Sunnyvale. So call State Farm agent Houston Tullis at 972-226-5419 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So Burleson is the injured Raider. Old Burley, as they call him, heads off the field, and it's going to be 2nd down and 6. Got Griffin, Smith, that's Harris. And this is a little pass to Harris. Harris able to hang on to it, gets a couple of yards, and Griffin on the far side. Bring up 3rd down and 3 from the 20-yard line.
Yeah, 2-yard gain, and that was kind of a late read, I feel like. He had it in Ant's belly, but had some good penetration there at the offensive line. Ends up pulling it and getting it to Riley Harris. Gets a couple yards, but here's another 3rd down.
3rd down and 3. After the shift, coach changes the call or sticks with it. Here's Maupin, looks over right side's going to throw it, almost picked again.
Yeah, that was going to be
I think he chose the wrong guy there. He tried the out, and the go was the open man.
Yeah, Jamari Williams, who was in coverage right there, jumps the route and just not able to hold on to it. Otherwise, that was going to the house. That's who got, I believe, the last interception. So he's working on some mojo. Definitely going to have to get that figured out. 4th and 4. Offense still on the field.
Raiders going to go for it. Bunch formation on the far side. Maupin calls for the ball. Looks over right.
Oh, he's got him in the end zone.
He's got an open man. That's Paul Griffin, touchdown.
What are we blowing whistles for? Oh, there's a flag in the backfield. This is likely going to be a hold.
Holding is the call against the Raiders.
Oh, what a killer. Because, yeah, Griffin was wide open down the field in the end zone.
I didn't see the hold. That doesn't mean there wasn't one. It's 4th down. Ball now back at the 30-yard line. It's a 13, 14 yards to go.
Offense still on the field. And again, Maupin was under pressure. He's been under pressure in a lot of these plays. Interesting set.
So over right side, Maupin looks for the open man. That one just over the head of Riley Harris. He had him open there.
Yeah, definitely open.
You know,
I just missed him.
Yeah, honestly, I think if you're Harris there, you just stop in that open area. There was so much grass, you just sit there and wait. Lots of things.
Well, it's another one of these. They had Maupin moving again, and so far tonight, he's had kind of a tough time with the accuracy when he's on the run. And we'll see what this offensive line can do to give him a little more time.
Well, 70 yards away. So here's the pass out right side. Makes a man miss. Oh, Bolds gets erased on that far side after Smith goes for the tackle. You know, once again, a lot of this is you haven't really seen any of these plays. You don't know exactly how they run it because they have not played a game yet. It's going to be a 6-yard pickup, 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, Grayson Smith able to get out there and kind of close down, but who was it? Number 2, Devin Scott, makes a good move, makes him miss, gets up the field.
Here's look over left side, does a lot of. He's going to be chased here, and a nice job there by Stefan. Drops him all the way back at the 25-yard line.
That's a little bit of what the Raiders need more to get a lot of under pressure and get hands on him, and that's a big sack. 11 yards, and now a 3rd and 15, which definitely changes things.
Sure does.
We'll have to see how much, if we can't put this quarterback under pressure.
Here's the snap. Looks for the screenplay to the near side. Raiders have him, it looks like, but not on the ground yet. Pickup of 2 yards on that right side, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 13. I assume we're going to see a punt here.
Raiders did a much better job of kind of identifying that screen and then closing down to it. So
yeah, I don't think we're going to see a punt. I can't imagine they're going to punt into the wind here, knowing that they don't have a 40-second clock on. Yeah, he's going to stop him. All right, well, let's take a quick break here. After 1 quarter of play, the Sunnyvale Raiders trail the Ranchview Wolves 7-0. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. I would like to invite you to join us at our Sunnyvale campus this coming Sunday at 9 or 10:30 a.m. We take great care to provide engaging worship experiences for people of all ages. From your very first visit, we trust that you will find our environment is welcoming, our atmosphere is casual, and our message is God-honoring and helpful. And as a bonus, you will find that many of our members are active leaders in our Sunnyvale community. So we are confident that you will see some familiar and friendly faces. So check out our website at sealifec.com and make the choice to visit us on the south side of 80 this coming Sunday. At Sea Life, we are serious about connecting people with God and one another, and we always support the Raiders.
Welcome back, second quarter. We're from Standridge Stadium in the Carrollton Farmers Branch ISD. As the Wolves getting lined up for a punt.
So I think this is Grayson Walker back deep.
Starts with a 2. I think you're right. Floating snap, and that comes out really low. Takes a big
Walker
bounce.
wants to pick it up, but that
Right.
ball is going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, really good punt for the Wolves right there. The snap comes out really high, and they're going to throw a flag late.
It's got to be some kind of hold, right? I mean, I can't imagine any other scenario.
It's kind of like a sideline warning, or...
Well, he moved the flag to a spot. Let's see what the call is here. It's going to be a holding on maybe on the, well, maybe it is a sideline warning. I don't know. Well, that 15 yards will help the Raiders. That's a 15-yard personal foul during the kick against the Ranchview Wolves. 11:45, we're in the second quarter. The Raiders trail. You know, the bottom line is you're not going to get the lead on one play here. You know, you're just trying to move the ball down the field. And if you're Kaysen, just calm down. You're going to be fine. Defense is going to play well. Man in motion is Harris. Look, fakes it, keeps it himself. Here's Maupin over the right side. He's going to get, I think, a first down. No, he hits the ground.
Yeah,
they're going to say that he's down. Yeah. They're going to say that he's down, and they're going to call it, I believe, a first down.
Should be. I think should be a 10-yard gain. Yeah, new set of downs at the 46.
Exactly 10-yard gain. Maupin lands flat on his back. 2 receivers wide side, 2 to the near. Here's the snap. Turn, hands off to Walton. Walton's got no gain. You're going to have to be able to run it if they're going to only have 4 or 5 in the box. You know it?
Right. And really that the front 3 and 4 for the Wolves is given the Raider offensive line so far. They got their hands full right now.
All they wanted.
Those some big boys.
Yep.
That you can see, especially that nose tackle right there.
Yeah. Second down and 11 for the Raiders. 3 receivers wide side, 1 to the near. Maupin claps his hand, calls for the ball, looks over left side, is going to throw the out route. This one's going to be caught by Leonard. Leonard's going to get up to the 50-yard line. We'll call it right on the midfield stripe.
Now that was better protection from the offensive line. They were able to pick that up. They only rushed 3, but there's been times tonight that even with 3, they're getting after Maupin. Maupin able to stay in the pocket, make a good pass out here, and I think it's one of those that builds confidence.
So 3rd down and 6, 3 receivers wide side, 1 to the near. Maupin rolls over right side, looks for the out route. It's going to keep it himself. Thinks he's got the first down. Does. Nice job there of just running over a player. Not really what you're hoping for from your quarterback, but you got to like the toughness. But
not quite the hit you want to see for him to drop his shoulder, but he got the first down.
He did. 1st and 10. 3 receivers wide side, 1 to the near. Walton stands to the right of Maupin. Claps, turns, fakes it, throws the out route. This one, nice job there.
Really good job.
Side.
I was going to say really good job by, Paul Griffin.
Yeah.
To really, got an edge on him, stayed there, didn't get a penalty called, and really kind of broke Harris up the field. Otherwise, I think that was not going to be not too much of a gain.
Yeah, 2nd down and 2 now. Do you try to throw one downfield here?
Second and short, you don't want to be too predictable. Sure. Oh, little shimmy.
Maupin
Oh,
down
he's
the
going to get up the
sidelines. He's going to
sideline.
get up the sidelines to the 15, down to the 12-yard line, and
late
a nice
hit.
job there by Maupin. And they're going to say hit him later. The Raiders.
That's going to be a late hit
Against Ranchview?
Yes.
Okay.
So Maupin's down, and somebody kind of comes in late, and it's just really kind of a timing thing. He got there late.
Yeah, I didn't see
personal.
what happened there. I just saw bodies flying and people screaming. Now, I will say that's a good place to get a personal foul because it's a 5-yard personal for a 6-yard personal foul from the 12-yard line.
Yeah, as far as giving up yardage, if you're going to give up one, that's where you want it. And again, it's some of those hits that you don't want your quarterback taking. But he puts a shimmy move about the 30-yard line, stays in bounds, and gets way up. High snap.
Here's turn hands off Walton over the left side. The freshman, I believe he's in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. The freshman, Caden Walton, in for the Raider score.
6-yard touchdown. Like you said, Caden Walton is going to put those in. And he's one of those, he had to kind of drop his shoulder and keep driving to get past that goal line. I think I'd like to see 2 hands on the ball a little quicker. They're going to snap this, go for 2.
Near
He's
side,
got him in
here's
the flat.
pass.
Oh, just outside.
Oh, Maupin throws that ball. Attempts to go for 2, unable to convert.
Kind of an interesting situation to.
I'm not sure exactly. I'd like to see that play again. Did you get a chance to see it? What happened there? I did.
So yeah, so it's one of those, they line up, kind of that swinging gate look, and I think that's the first time I've seen the Raiders actually snap the ball, but Kaysen gets it. It's a high snap, tries to get out to Walton just beyond his fingertips, but almost got the two-point conversion. But I was going to say, it's kind of one of those things, if you're going to keep showing it, you got to call it every you got to snap it every once in a while.
Yeah, and I know that's what the Raiders are trying to do. I think I'm hearing that halftime is going to be 15 minutes. Kicking for the Raiders is number 63. I believe that's Smith. Set to kick off. (7-6) Wolves lead at 8:58 remaining in the second. Here's the approach. A high kick. Fair catch called for at the 35-yard line. And
I actually think that was really close to offsides, but no flag, no foul.
So 1st and 10 for the Ranchview Wolves. As they come back out on the field, led by their 3-year starter, Rushil Alada. Alada done a nice job of managing the game today. Honestly, if I'm not mistaken, other than there's 1 first down with a penalty and 1 first down was the touchdown, the 13-yard touchdown run. Here's the handoff up the middle and 3-yard pickup before being brought down by a host of Raiders led by Caden Lucas. 2nd down and 7. Lucas and Grant, I believe, on that tackle. 2nd down, 7. A lot was Mudimi by him. Turn, looks over left side. Raiders see the play, but unable to make the tackle. Nice job there by, who makes that tackle? Number 14.
Logan Long getting in there. And like you said, Drew Gardner comes in fast and kind of breaks it up and makes the receiver.
Yeah, Gardner reads that play. 3rd down and, we'll call it 5. I think if they get to the 45-yard line, that's going to be a 1st down. Three receivers wide side, 1 to the near. Here's the snap. Turn, hands off left side. Looks like he's got an opening. Once again, just slippery right there where the Raiders aren't. Jake Ivey makes the tackle, but not before a Ranchview Wolf 1st down.
Yeah, 17-yard gain.
Yeah, it's a herder right there.
Who was that? Was that Belogan? Or was that?
Yeah, no, it was number 6. They brought in a new guy after that play. 6 is taking a break over here on the side.
Oh, okay, that was 6.
Or 9.
Get him in. Number 20.
Here, looks over left side. Here's the pass. Out into the flats, and the Raiders have him for a loss. Nice job there by number 5, Klein Becker, reading that play and dropping him for a loss. 2nd down, 14.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play, and just kind of staying after it. They've run a number of screens. That's a big part of their offense so far, and Raiders really doing a good job of getting in there and closing out and getting those.
2nd down, 14. Here's the snap, right up the middle. Not much there for number 20, Austin Brown. That was Helton. Off of his 17 tackle performance last week with another one there. 3rd down and 15. Third down, 14 now for the Wolves. What do you have to get? Maybe 7 to go for it?
Yeah, it's in kind of weird
looks
territory.
over the middle, into the middle of the field. That ball is incomplete, and I think they're going to punt this. I'm not sure, but I think they're going to punt it on 4th and 14.
I would think so. Yeah, you're at the, to your point, you're at the Raider 47. It gets into kind of some of these weird spots. Raiders in that last possession were able to get up the field. A lot of it on the back of Kason Maupin, who had, 41 yards in that last drive.
So it's Grayson Walker back deep, standing at his own 10-yard line. Wolves going to have to call timeout again.
Yeah, that'll be their 2nd timeout.
We're halfway through the 2nd quarter. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
Thanks for choosing Whataburger. What can I get started for you?
At Whataburger, each meal is made to order, so you can always get exactly what you crave. If that's a Whataburger What a Meal, you got it. But if you're in the mood for something a little more you, like a Whataburger with grilled onions, crispy bacon, and creamy pepper sauce, go for it. March to the beat of your own drum. Bite into the beef of your own Whataburger creation. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Back here in Carrollton, Texas, the Ranchview Wolves lead the Sunnyvale Raiders 7-6. The Wolves in punt formation. Back deep for the Raiders is Walker. Here's the snap.
We all know life at home is
Here's going to be the keeper over to the near side. Looks like he thinks he has an opening. Raiders have a chance to stop him. He's going to get the 1st down by a yard or 2, and the Raiders just not awake right now. Coach Stutz has to be absolutely incensed by that.
I'm trying to figure out how many yards that got. So that, but
they were on the.
I mean, it's almost 20. So 18 or 19 yard gain by number 7, Jamari Williams.
It was a 14 yard. It was a 14 yard deal. Honestly, special teams have been killer for the Raiders tonight. Killer. Lost a point on the punt block that they ran into the punter. Honestly, there's just got to shake them a bit right now. 3 receivers wide side, 1 to the near. Boy, you got to be feeling it if you're Ranchview. They're going to turn handoff right up the middle, and
Grayson Smith is going to escort him to the ground
after a 3-yard pickup. Second down and 7. Now the Raiders got to get some people off the field. I'll tell you that right now. A lot of could have snapped it there and got the Raiders in a bad way. Here, turn handoff right side. Here's the diminutive.
What'd you call me?
Diminutive.
Yeah, 2-yard gain, and they're just kind of pounding it up the middle. Austin Brown comes back in.
Well, honestly, a lot of crazy plays in this game that, you know, on Raiders are getting them every time to 3rd and 4th down, a lot of times long. And
yeah, and even that punt, I mean, Stephon Wilson was right there. He was so close to being able to get hands on that number 7, Williams.
Here now, turn, hands off left side. Tries to string him out. Raiders are going to stop him, but it's going to bring a 4th down. Now, I want to point out that Ranchview has to feel great. They are 4 for 4 on 4th down conversions.
No, they lost one early.
No, they punted once. I guess that was the one time they didn't. But they got the conversion on the punt block, then the fake punt, and then the 4th and 2 they scored on that one.
I thought their first possession they'd lost a 4th.
Did they? Maybe. 4th down and 2, and
now
timeout on the defense.
That'll be the second timeout for the Raiders.
Yeah, second timeout for the Raiders. We'll take it with them. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
So it'll be 4th down and 2. So let's talk about this. The Raiders, there was the conversion on the roughing the punter. There was the conversion on the 4th down and 2 at the 13-yard line that resulted in the touchdown. There's the 4th down. There's the 4th down here with the fake punt, and here they go for their 4th down conversion attempt. Now they may have had one more, but either way, you got to stop them sometime.
Right.
Fourth down and 2, turn hands off right side. I believe the Raiders got the stop.
Yeah,
they did.
Whoever came up and filled the hole.
Yeah, that was Austin Helton. Smith and Helton converge and make that tackle.
I mean, yeah, Caden Lucas also comes in there flying, and a 1-yard gain. And that's been after a number of runs by this Ranchview Wolves team that have really been able to move the ball. But, you know, Raider defense, bend don't break. Fantastic job getting the stop right there.
Right.
Now 4 minutes left. Really want to see them march down this field.
Yeah, you'd like to see them get something going. You know, there's 2 receivers wide side, 1 here to the near. Moppin calls for the ball. Oh, my goodness. He almost loses. He's going to run it himself over that right side. He's going to get, 10 yards probably. I'm going to say he got to the 32-yard line, which I think is going to be enough for a first down.
I think they're going to give him an extra yard, too.
I think 32. He's right on.
Oh, yeah, okay, 32. I thought he was marking the 33. But that's been another snap that's come up high.
Here's the turn for Walton. Walton over the right side. He's got to hold that ball, secure it, gets to the 36. That'll be a 4-yard pickup. Second down and 6.
Raiders on the ball quickly.
Here's Maupin with the keeper over that right side. They are not all that concerned about him running the ball, but he's going to get another first down out to the 47-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 Raiders there.
Another 11 yards. That gets him to 62 yards on the ground in the second quarter.
First down and 10. Maupin calls for the ball. Turn hands off left side Walton. Not much doing. I guess he's going to get 2 or 3. Raiders have to move fairly quickly. You're not in a major hurry, but now there's a injured Ranchview Wolf out there, and so we'll take a break with them here on Raider Media. We'll be back right after this.
You might know that State Farm agent Houston Tullis has great service. He is your good neighbor after all. But did you know that State Farm has surprisingly great rates too? Yep, that's right. Along with good neighbor service, State Farm agent Houston Tullis has surprisingly great rates for everyone in Sunnyvale. So call State Farm agent Houston Tullis at 972-226-5419 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. I would like to invite you to join us at our Sunnyvale campus this coming Sunday at 9 or 10:30 a.m. We take great care to provide engaging worship experiences for people of all ages. From your very first visit, we trust that you will find our environment is welcoming, our atmosphere is casual, and our message is God-honoring and helpful. And as a bonus, you will find that many of our members are active leaders in our Sunnyvale community. So we are confident that you will see some familiar and friendly faces. So check out our website at sealifec.com and make the choice to visit us on the south side of 80 this coming Sunday. At Sea Life, we are serious about connecting people with God and one another, and we always support the Raiders.
Thanks for choosing Whataburger. What can I get started for you?
At Whataburger, each meal is made to order, so you can always get exactly what you crave. If that's a Whataburger What a Meal, you got it. But if you're in the mood for something a little more you, like a Whataburger with grilled onions, crispy bacon, and creamy pepper sauce, go for it. March to the beat of your own drum. Bite into the beef of your own Whataburger creation. Whataburger, just like you like it.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders after the injury timeout for Ranchview, number 15, J.J. Willis. Looks like he's getting a little bit of attention, but looks like he might be okay. Bunch formation. Far side, Drew Gardner stands to the left of Maupin. Here's the snap, turn, hands off Gardner over that right side. He's going to get to you don't know. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, and it's been a bunch of run plays, kind of run. We'll see what they do here on 3rd, a little bit longer, 3rd and 4.
There's no one in the backfield. 3-3 stack right here.
Either that or just an empty backfield quarterback keeper. Nope, we're going across. Yeah,
throws it to Grayson Smith. Man, he's just so sure-handed. It's going to be 1st down for the Raiders with 2:07 remaining.
12-yard
35-yard line.
Fresh set of downs.
Now the Raiders have to move pretty good here. Got to let everybody get set. You're not in a crazy rush, but that's 2-minute warning. 1st and 10, and when we get back from the 2-minute warning, we'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
So with 2 minutes left, the Raiders have the ball. They trail, though, 7-6 against the Ranchview Wolves.
Pretty good little showing of crowd not nice on the far side.
Yeah, lots of students made the trip over here to Carrollton, and of course, give them credit for sitting here in an hour and a half weather delay. That was a long time. I did notice that Burleson is back in. We didn't mention earlier that there is a shuffling on the line. Casey Ekwu out for this week. Here, looks over right side.
Some time.
Maupin looks, throws it to Smith, and once again, that throwing on the run, which he's normally very good at, it's just out of reach. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it's kind of an unusual night for Maupin so far. But he's one of those, we'll have to see that second half. And it's one of those, you're really good teams, and we'll see over the season. That second half is the really turning point, right? You stay in it, but if you can really lock down and really get focused in that second half, that's where you can get a lot going.
Yeah, they may tag Smith here. Grayson Walker here. There's is this a delay of game call?
I think we're going to get the timeout. Yep, that's the last
Timeout
Raider
Raiders.
timeout to save the delay of game.
Okay. Well, that's a shame right there, because you sure would like to have a timeout if you're, get down to the 1 yard line or something, and there's.
It will, puts a little extra pressure as you're getting this up the field. You still got a good amount of time. Minute 54. You're at the 35-yard line. And really, with this offense, you've got that home run opportunity kind of at any moment. So we'll definitely see what that looks like. And I believe we're going to get a shortened halftime. I feel like I heard that.
Yeah, I think they said 15 minutes.
Both bands are actually staying in the stands. So I don't know that we're going to get any halftime show from the two. Maybe they'll just kind of go back and forth playing from the stands.
Walton standing in a pistol formation.
You might know that State Farm agent Houston.
Well, I'm not sure.
Is that line?
A lot of movement, but I'm not sure if it's the defense causing the offense to move or if it's the offense causing the defense to move. Okay, so number 54
There's
on the
a
offense.
big shift there at the
Jason
defense.
Persino. Yeah, they do a big shift, and the Raiders get caught by the shift. 2nd down and 15 with 1:52 remaining. 2 receivers wide side, 2 to the near. So here's Maupin. Looks over left side, has to make a man miss. He's got people all over the place, and there's penalty flags on top of that.
Flag in the backfield also.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it looks like Burleson may be down again. Jaso Gwynn is still up.
When they threw the flag, one of the Ranchview Wolves was flat on his back. It's going to be a hold on the offense.
Is that what their call is?
Yeah, he's talking to the coach on this side, seeing if they want to take it or take the result of the play.
Man, I'm not sure. The Raiders are just having a fit. It's going to be 3rd down and 17 now. Taking a look over here at Burleson. Well, we'll take a quick break here on Raider Media. We'll be back for the exciting conclusion of the half right after this.
You might know that State Farm agent Houston Tullis has great service. He is your good neighbor after all. But did you know that State Farm has surprisingly great rates too? Yep, that's right. Along with good neighbor service, State Farm agent Houston Tullis has surprisingly great rates for everyone in Sunnyvale. So call State Farm agent Houston Tullis at 972-226-5419 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. I would like to invite you to join us at our Sunnyvale campus this coming Sunday at 9 or 10:30 a.m. We take great care to provide engaging worship experiences for people of all ages. From your very first visit, we trust that you will find our environment is welcoming, our atmosphere is casual, and our message is God-honoring and helpful. And as a bonus, you will find that many of our members are active leaders in our Sunnyvale community. So we are confident that you will see some familiar and friendly faces. So check out our website at sealifec.com and make the choice to visit us on the south side of 80 this coming Sunday. At Sea Life, we are serious about connecting people with God and one another, and we always support the Raiders.
Sea Life, one of our many sponsors, 3rd down and 18. Maupin calls for the ball, looks over right side, wants to throw it deep up the middle, and that ball is almost caught by Drew Gardner. Falls incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, almost caught, almost intercepted right there. Number 7 again.
Did he almost get it after?
Jamari Williams. And it looked like Gardner was going to get it. Then it kind of looked like Williams was going to get it. Ball's incomplete.
Well, Raiders are going to punt. You guys just want to make sure with 1:21.
Austin Helton in to punt this one away.
That's right.
I think I line up and just try to punt this one out of bounds. It's going to bounce at the 15. Take a little bit of a roll, right?
Yep, ball's touchdown at the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Ranchview Wolves. I suspect you won't see much from the Wolves right here. Do you? I think with a 1-point lead, they'll take it.
Why not? They've had some big plays.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, you know, I think it is one of those. You got a minute 9, and what they get it at the half, right?
The Raiders will get the ball to start the second half. Yes.
Yep, there you go. They're going to take a knee.
Take a knee.
We'll get one more knee if they start the clock.
7-6, the Raiders are going to trail it looks like, at halftime. On what has been a very, very strange half of football. Some of it is the Raiders' running back woes. There's no question about that. You're playing a 3-3 stack, which lends itself, when you spread out the offense, it lends itself to a running game, which the Raiders have not had a very good one tonight. Casey Ekwu out for the Raiders. Burleson banged up from early in the ball game, and the Raiders just not able to be very efficient on offense. There's the snap and another knee, and that'll end the half. So that'll do it for the first half. Thank you so very much for hanging with us. We'll see if the Raiders, with the ball in the to start the second half, can do anything with it. But right now, we're going to take a break, and we'll have our halftime show where we'll hear from Sunnyvale Superintendent Matt Kimball. Matt Kimball with us here at halftime. And we'll be back here in Carrollton at Standridge Stadium for our halftime show. It's only 15 minutes long, so hang with us. Don't think that it's the long one. We'll be back on Raider Media right after this.
Thanks for choosing Whataburger. What can I get started for you?
At Whataburger, each meal is made to order, so you can always get exactly what you crave. If that's a Whataburger What a Meal, you got it. But if you're in the mood for something a little more you, like a Whataburger with grilled onions, crispy bacon, and creamy pepper sauce, go for it. March to the beat of your own drum. Bite into the beef of your own Whataburger creation. Whataburger, just like you like it.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
You might know that State Farm agent Houston Tullis has great service. He is your good neighbor after all. But did you know that State Farm has surprisingly great rates too? Yep, that's right. Along with good neighbor service, State Farm agent Houston Tullis has surprisingly great rates for everyone in Sunnyvale. So call State Farm agent Houston Tullis at 972-226-5419 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. I would like to invite you to join us at our Sunnyvale campus this coming Sunday at 9 or 10:30 a.m. We take great care to provide engaging worship experiences for people of all ages. From your very first visit, we trust that you will find our environment is welcoming, our atmosphere is casual, and our message is God-honoring and helpful. And as a bonus, you will find that many of our members are active leaders in our Sunnyvale community. So we are confident that you will see some familiar and friendly faces. So check out our website at sealifec.com and make the choice to visit us on the south side of 80 this coming Sunday. At Sea Life, we are serious about connecting people with God and one another, and we always support the Raiders.
Thanks for choosing Whataburger. What can I get started for you?
At Whataburger, each meal is made to order, so you can always get exactly what you crave. If that's a Whataburger What a Meal, you got it. But if you're in the mood for something a little more you, like a Whataburger with grilled onions, crispy bacon, and creamy pepper sauce, go for it. March to the beat of your own drum. Bite into the beef of your own Whataburger creation. Whataburger, just like you like it.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
You might know that State Farm agent Houston Tullis has great service. He is your good neighbor after all. But did you know that State Farm has surprisingly great rates too? Yep, that's right. Along with good neighbor service, State Farm agent Houston Tullis has surprisingly great rates for everyone in Sunnyvale. So call State Farm agent Houston Tullis at 972-226-5419 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. I would like to invite you to join us at our Sunnyvale campus this coming Sunday at 9 or 10:30 a.m. We take great care to provide engaging worship experiences for people of all ages. From your very first visit, we trust that you will find our environment is welcoming, our atmosphere is casual, and our message is God-honoring and helpful. And as a bonus, you will find that many of our members are active leaders in our Sunnyvale community. So we are confident that you will see some familiar and friendly faces. So check out our website at sealifec.com and make the choice to visit us on the south side of 80 this coming Sunday. At Sea Life, we are serious about connecting people with God and one another, and we always support the Raiders.
We are back here in Carrollton, Texas at Standridge Stadium. Raiders trail the Wolves of Carrollton Ranchview 7-6. And we are here for our halftime show. We'll talk a little bit about some of those stats here in a moment if we can, Brandon. But let's first of all talk with Sunnyvale Superintendent Matt Kimball joining us here on the broadcast. And Matt, welcome to the booth. Glad to have you with us.
Good to be here. Great night for some football.
It has been a great night, at least once we got past the lightning delay. And I think we're also in a little bit of a lag for the Sunnyvale Raiders here in the first half. What's your take? You're a football guy.
Well, we're a second half team, so I'm sure they're going to get some encouragement, make some adjustments, and we'll see a strong Raider team in the second half.
Well, the school year is off. Several challenges, I'm sure, but also some great opportunities. What has been the most rewarding and the most challenging parts of this school year?
I think they're both one and the same. It's, I know everybody's wondering when the bond work's going to get started, and it seems like it's been forever, but we've been working nonstop since last November on design, and probably there isn't a day that doesn't go by that we're not having some conversations on projects. But I'm excited to announce that Monday night our board will get Phase 1 projects, which includes the auxiliary gym, the CTE addition, parking lots, band expansion lot, the multi-purpose activity center. All those things are going to the board, the bids, the contractors, and when they sign off, we'll get contracts in place, and we hope to be turning dirt on those projects by the end of September, beginning of October.
Right, and so some of it's already begun on the softball and baseball fields.
Correct. That's we've had the nets that were done this summer. We got press boxes coming in probably October-ish, and they've started working on the turf project out there. We also have a small parking lot that will start on the northeast side there of the high school next week.
Well, when you look at the district, and every year is a new challenge. Census very close to last year's numbers, a little bit unusual. For the last few years, Sunnyvale has been going up every year.
Yeah, our numbers are really kind of have stagnated the last 2 years. We finished 425 at 2295 in terms of student enrollment, and we're sitting at about 2290 right now. And that's large in part because we graduated 180 seniors, and our incoming kindergarten class is about 130. So we get a lot of growth in those first, second, third, fourth grades, but that's where the biggest change is. And with the economy right now, just people aren't moving.
It's harder for younger people to afford nicer homes.
For sure.
Yeah, that's a problem, really, honestly, all across Texas in some of those communities where the house values are a little bit higher is some of those younger grades.
Well, and what you see is a lot of people that want to get to Sunnyvale. Our ratings came out. We were top 6 there in the DFW area. We've got a CCMR rating, which is college and career readiness of now 100%. That's gone from 84 2 years ago to 100%. We got our SAT scores, ACT scores are on the rise. Of course, our athletic programs, our fine arts program. I mean, one act play, one state last year. So we got it going on for kids that want to be active, that want to have strong academic success. And so people are just waiting for those rates to drop down so they can come buy a house in Sunnyvale.
Yeah, there's no question about that. When you think about this year and some of the exciting things that are going to happen in addition to facility improvements, what are some of the areas where you see some new initiatives, some new classrooms, things like that?
Yeah, I think the work that I'm proud of and excited about is last year we added a position that oversees our college and career readiness, our CTE, which is career and technical education, and our advanced academics. And so really putting a lot of work, not only at the high school level, but K-12 to make sure advanced academics is growing. We're meeting the needs of our high students as well as all of our students. And then putting programs in place that meet their needs. We just had a meeting the other day with Dallas College to develop partnerships with businesses so our kids have practicum opportunities, real-world experiences that can then turn into scholarships, jobs, those kinds of things.
Right, and the talk about the convocation this year, kind of the installment of the teachers, both new and returning, that has to always be encouraging as a superintendent, because if the school district if it's obviously all about the kids, but then a very close second to that is the leadership.
100%. We had our theme this year was Power of One, and we focused on the difference that one person makes, whether it's a student to student or a teacher to a student. And we wanted to really tie into our concept of 4 campuses, 1 school, that we're all one heartbeat, we're all Raiders. We had some guest speakers that are actually personal friends of mine. The wife was a teacher, and they unfortunately, tragically lost their son in a car wreck, and they talked about the impact that teachers had on him, but then in turn the stories that they heard that he then had on others. And so it was a great moment to celebrate our successes last year, to hear about the impact. I heard for days after that, I heard teachers telling other teachers, hey, you're that one person for my personal kid.
Yeah.
And so strong connection there, and we're all Raiders now, and we're a heartbeat and making it go for the community.
And certainly some changes in leadership across the district.
Yeah, we're excited. One of the hard things, but the great things in leadership is great leaders move on to other roles and other positions. And so our assistant superintendent left, and our executive director of teaching and learning left, Jennifer Settle, and so we moved some people up. Sarah Staley is now in admin and working in that advanced academics area, and then we brought back one of the great administrators from our area, Rick Gear, who's has family ties. His son and daughter, and he's been amazing. He has loved Sunnyvale. He's told me multiple times he always knew it was a special place, but he didn't realize how special it was until he was in the door. So it's been great having him aboard.
Well, there's no question that it is special, and of course, not just in the highest level of administrative office, but also on the principal roles.
Yeah, we were excited last year as we hired 2 new roles with Sarah Staley moving up. We hired Esther Castro coming from Rockwall, and then we also hired Carlos Solis at the high school. And I think one of the special things for me out of that process was we started in the first round with a panel of students, teachers, and parents. And they're the ones we had with the high school principal. We had 16 people in the room. It was a little intimidating.
Yeah.
But they did a great job of vetting, and I was so impressed with our kids and the questions they asked, how intently they paid attention, and the feedback they gave us. And then from there, we took their top 2 recommendations onto our admin level. And so I think that process got all the stakeholders involved and yielded some fantastic new leaders for us.
Good. Well, Matt, thank you so very much for taking this time to be a part of
Thanks for what you guys do.
The show here on Raider Media. We're glad that we've got this thing rolling and looking forward to what it represents in the future for the Sunnyvale Raiders.
100%. Let's go Raiders.
There we go. That is Matt Kimball, the Sunnyvale superintendent here on Raider Media, and we're back here in a moment as the teams return to the field for the second half. Raiders trail at 7-6 here on Raider Media.
Thanks for choosing Whataburger. What can I get started for you?
At Whataburger, each meal is made to order, so you can always get exactly what you crave. If that's a Whataburger What a Meal, you got it. But if you're in the mood for something a little more you, like a Whataburger with grilled onions, crispy bacon, and creamy pepper sauce, go for it. March to the beat of your own drum. Bite into the beef of your own Whataburger creation. Whataburger, just like you like it.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Well, it's not Texas-Ohio State, but it kind of feels like that. A 7-6 ball game in the first half. You'd think that it was really rainy and after that rain delay, but there is no wetness on the field. Neither team really looking all that great offensively, Brandon.
To your point, there's been 13 points between the two of them, and both offenses really, neither one of the offenses really having a big go of it. Sunnyvale Raiders 118 yards in the first half, 86 on the ground, and only 32 in the air. That's on 5 completions.
32 yards on the air. Unbelievable.
So 86 on the ground, and 71 of that has come on 8 carries for Casey Maupin out of the backfield. Another couple of these from Anthony McCoy. And let's see, five for only 4 yards on Caden Walton. He's the lone touchdown for the Raiders tonight. Ranchview has 79 yards total, 66 on the ground, and only 13 in the air. And I've got him for 6 of 19, so 13 yards on 16 catches is not doing so good. And a lot of those have been little screen passes that really the Raiders have done a good job.
So I have a question here. I think I was wrong earlier because I do think the Raiders
somebody mark it on the calendar.
Received the. I think
David was wrong.
I think the Raiders are going to be kicking off
That's
I believe
what
they
I
did
kinda
receive.
thought.
They did receive. You're right. You're exactly right. They received, and remember they had the.
I have to pull that audio. You're exactly right.
You are exactly right.
I got one.
Brandon.
I got Nate White to say that one time.
Now I'm a little bit confused as to why the Raiders are choosing to kick into the wind here. Because I would want to go ahead and get the. I would want to go ahead and get the. I want to go ahead and get the lead here in the third, but.
You know, it's kind of a swirling wind. I don't know that it's really going to make too much of a difference, but.
So here's Smith.
Yep, that's going to be an offsides. Yep, stepping across that 40-yard line just a little early.
Yeah, they're going to
I
add
thought
that.
it happened last time, but that one was maybe a little bit more this time.
Yeah, they're going to start at midfield. The ball was fielded at the 45 with the fair catch, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at midfield. Boy, just lots of things seem to be going wrong for the Raiders.
Yeah, not the way you wanted to start the second half.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, like I said, it was just kind of one of those. And we've got a different kicker this week, and so that kickoff team hadn't quite had all the reps to really get that timing going, especially when you're talking about those outside guys on the coverage. And yeah, it's gonna bite them and move the ball.
Yeah, not having Pindiala this week. He's out for this game, but he. Not having him is a real herder in this situation. Actually, that's happened twice tonight, giving Ranchview good field position. And it was into the wind, too, by the way. Just want to tell you.
I'm sure that didn't help.
I still don't love that, but we'll see. 1st and 10. One receiver to the far side, 3 to the near side. The quarterback is Alada. He calls for the ball. He's going to turn hand off over that right side. No, he's going to keep it himself. Raiders have to make a tackle. Goodness gracious. Finally do, but.
Another screen pass to Jay-Sean Williams.
Yeah.
And 17 yards down the field.
Good fake there by Alada. Doesn't have a lot of passing yards tonight. 3 receivers, the far side. Alada's going to turn handoff right up the middle. Raiders, boy, giving up a lot of space there. That's going to be about 6 yards on the pickup before Helton, Lucas, and number 60 on the play, Salah Smith. 2nd down, 4. Here's the snap. Looks over right side, looking for the deep ball. That ball is going to be incomplete. I really was concerned that we were going to see an interference call there.
Thing. Waiting for the flag to come
down
out
and
for
4.
sure.
Yeah, it was that's the 6'4" cornerback for the Raiders, and Brennan Stutz.
Did a good job of kind of occupying the hands, not really moving him off of his route. But
3rd down and 4. Turn, hands off right side. Nice move there by the tailback. They're going to say he's just short. Another 4th down opportunity. It's going to be 4th down and 1. This is another going for it on 4th down for the Wolves.
Ikelilu Belogan, the carrier on that. He's been their main running back
Looks
tonight.
over right side. He's on the run. Here's Alada. He's being chased. Throws it out, incomplete, and the Raiders hold. It's going to be 4th down. On the 4th down, the ball will go over on downs.
Yeah, big turnover, and really he avoids a really deep sack on that 4th down, which would have changed, 15, 20 yards of
yeah, all the Raiders wanted to do is get off the field after that, right?
So good stop. Another incomplete. So
I think they were looking to set up a screen, but they got in there so fast. 1st down and 10.
Yeah, it's been a lot of screen. The bubble screens out at the wide side. They've been quite a few screens up the middle back to the running back.
So 58, Kason Milligan. I was wondering why he wasn't playing defense, and that's because he's now playing offense. 1st and 10. Man in motion is Harris. Turn, Maupin fakes it over that right side. Is going to get some yardage here. Puts his head down and gets past the 40 out to the 42-yard line. Well, one guy has it at 41 and one has it at 42, but either way, it's a 1st down. We got Paul Griffin. Grayson Smith, Riley Harris, and Ben Griffin in right now. Turn, looks over right side. Here's the pass down the right side. He's got him wide open. This is a pass to Paul Griffin to the 25, to the 10. Touchdown, Paul Griffin into the end zone for the score.
49-yard touchdown pass and catch. And that's exactly what you needed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, listen, good job by Kaysen there, not missing the kill shot. His guy's so open. I mean, he could have tried to throw the beautiful pass to Paul there, and you know what I'm saying is, like, try to catch him in stride, but he's so wide open, you just can't miss that.
Yeah, and Paul did a good job of adjusting to that.
So here's the kick. It's up.
Your point is good.
And it's good.
Number 6.
And the new score, Raiders take the lead 13-7 with 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Let's see if the defense now can make another big play. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
You might know that State Farm agent Houston Tullis has great service. He is your good neighbor after all. But did you know that State Farm has surprisingly great rates too? Yep, that's right. Along with good neighbor service, State Farm agent Houston Tullis has surprisingly great rates for everyone in Sunnyvale. So call State Farm agent Houston Tullis at 972-226-5419 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, the Raiders set to kick off here. Here is Smith. Here's the approach. Ball is fair caught back at the 26-yard line. Much better situation right there.
I thought it was actually kind of close to another offsides, but definitely, got in their head and said, hey, you got to wait for this to kick. If you miss a little timing, okay. But
in fairness, they're used to a different pace from a different kicker.
Absolutely.
And so that's what makes that difficult right there.
And in a lot of cases, it hasn't been a sky kick, which, the way you approach, I believe, a sky kick is different than when you're just trying to rip one out of the back of the end zone. So definitely a different pace that they got to get used to. I did see kind of a couple of hitches, but they stayed onside.
So 1st and 10 for the Ranchview Wolves. 2 receivers wide side, 2 to the near. Running back stands to the left of Alana. Alana calls for the ball, is going to turn hand off. Here's a zone option and a nice tackle there by, is that Helton? It sure looked like him. Yes, it is. It's a 2-yard pickup at most. 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, Blogan does a good job of planting and finding a hole in there. Getting upfield. He's slow to get up.
Is that the running back?
I believe so.
Okay, I thought it was number 9. I don't know. Logan Thomas was the running back, right?
I thought it was Belogan. I thought it was number 5.
Okay. Well, either way, we got an injury timeout. We'll take it here on the Raider Media. On Raider Media. That's it. Just
Can't
Raider
say the
Media.
D. It's just Raider Media.
Let's just talk here for a minute about some of these things. Let's do this. I want to talk first of all about some of the first of all, Raider Media. Hope that you'll go to YouTube even right now. Take a quick break. You'll have plenty of time. Go to YouTube and subscribe to Raider Media. It's one word. That's the only thing that, if you're searching for it, it's much easier, and you're going to see a black Raider. And so we'd love to have you subscribe so that you get notifications anytime something is on Raider Media. Got some great sponsors for sure, and we've mentioned this a couple of times. Community Life Church has the right times on the screen of 8:30, 10 o'clock, and 11:30, but in the commercial, those have not been fixed yet, and so we're going to talk to them. We're updating some commercials, some new equipment coming on board. Hopefully, if Buck Baskin will do his job, we'll get some new equipment, and we'll be ready for
I don't know
full
if Sea Life
production.
would put together a new commercial.
Yeah,
I don't know who we
that's
ought
a
to
good
talk
point.
to for
That's
that
a great point.
Hi, I'm Paul
Let's talk to Paul McDill. That's the guy. So number 9 on the carry there, that is Logan Thomas, brought down after a 1-yard pickup. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7, long 7 actually. Two receivers wide side, 2 to the near. Watch that. Here's the ball over the heads of the quarterback. He's down, and Raiders do a nice job of stopping him back at the 12-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and
15-yard loss.
Yeah, goodness gracious. All the way back to the 13-yard line, and see what Grayson Walker can do. Sure would like to have a 2-score lead, I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If you're the Raiders. Want to be careful, nothing dumb here. You just.
Oh, they're saying.
It's not Peniston back there. I think that's Grayson Walker. Here's the punt.
Yeah, number 28.
I believe the Raiders got in the way, and that's going to be fielded by Ranchview. One of the Raiders was not in the right location. Oh my goodness, he knew it hit him. Number 10, Jake Ivey, does not see the ball coming, and it hits him in the back.
Yeah, it's one of those that the punt comes out kind of short and way off to the side, and it lands actually behind him.
Oh my gosh!
And I think just kind of runs into his leg. Now he turns around and tries to make a play on it, but
just that. That's just honestly, that's been the kind of game that this is. That's what's made this so strange for the Raiders. Just a lot of things that here now. Yeah, quarterback Alada wants to throw this one deep right over the middle. The man is open, and a nice job, beautiful job right there by Bolds, getting his hand in at the very last second. And oh my.
Yeah, that was about to be a huge catch for Jayshawn Williams. And like you said, Bolds comes over the top and gets a hand on it and knocks it out. And
that was just.
He saved a home run ball there.
No doubt. Bolds with just enough. 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. A lot of calls for the ball. Is going to turn hand off over that right side. Raiders there. Stack him up quickly at the 50-yard line. Maybe a 1.5 yard gain. Now they're going to give him full 2. You know, that wanting to mark it on the line will hurt you in a place like that, because that was clearly short of the 50-yard line.
Hey, they will put it on the yard marker all day long unless they just cannot. That last yard.
So 3rd down and 8. Here's the snap. Alada looks over right side, wants to throw it deep over the middle. This ball is way up in the air, and that is incomplete.
Oh, almost. So who's that? Number 28.
Yeah, Walker.
Grayson Walker gets a hand on it and really almost knocks it into the arms of the wide receiver. Luckily, it hits the turf, and another incomplete. But, 2 big haymaker attempts. And really, it was a good play for the Wolves on both of them. Both of them could have been caught.
Yeah, Alada just going to throw it up a little bit, and man, here's another opportunity for the Raiders. Grayson Walker back deep. Boy, the punt game has been crazy tonight. Here's the snap, really high. It's going to be shanked off the left side and going to be picked up.
Yeah, most of these punts have really not come out like a normal good punt, and they get you into trouble if you're turned around and you're thinking it's going to be a good 30, 40-yard punt.
Hey, I was a little over the top there a minute ago after that, just thinking everything is going wrong and the sky is falling. I was calling for turkey lurkey and henny penny, but hey, what a stand by the Raider defense right there.
Yeah, I mean the second punt that the Wolves maintain possession, right? The first on the roughing the kicker, and then the last one that goes off the Raider leg. And again, the defense comes in, gets another stop. It's like, there's been a number of these that they've been able to do.
Hey, update. They're looking for Grayson Walker on the post route here. Man in motion is Harris. Nope, they're going to hand it off to Walton over that right side, and Walton's going to pick up, about 4 or 5 yards. Pretty good little 5-yard run there for Walton. Got to hold on to that football, though, don't you?
Yes, he definitely makes me a little nervous. We've had 2 of them come out in the last 2 weeks. 2 hands on the ball.
2nd down, 5. Moppin calls for the ball, fakes it, looks over right side. Doesn't have anywhere to go with it. It's going to throw it away. He does.
Almost thought he was close to stepping out before he threw it there, but incomplete.
I feel like that wasn't the right route, honestly. I feel like, I don't know who did what, but it feels like that he was expecting something different than what he saw.
Got Hudson Leonard on an island out here. He's on the numbers on the near side. Another high snap.
Here's Maupin over that right side. He's going to get a first down and more down the sideline to the
block.
50. Blake to the inside to the 40.
I think they're going to get one of the wide receivers. I thought it was a really good block. I guess we got a little too much jersey. This one's going to head back.
Yeah, number 16 out there on the is getting to be called on that one.
It's going to be a 1 yard. Let's see where they're going to mark. Okay, so they're going to mark it from the 40. So a 1 yard loss, but we'll stay third down.
Well, the Raiders at the 30-yard line, 6:29 remaining in the third quarter. I do notice that Burleson's back in the ball game. Two receivers wide side, two to the near. High snap there for Maupin. Maupin's in trouble right here. Looks over near side's going to run it himself. He's going to try to break a tackle. He does. Runs over a man and then gets pelted himself from behind.
Yeah, he put a hit on that defensive back, but then took one right in the back of the head.
From 57. By the way, 57 is a load. Chris Williams is an absolute giant man. And he's the nose guard that's been giving us fits.
I think he's asking.
He's asking for a break after that run.
They said nope.
First down and 10. They're going to call double men in motion there for the Raiders. Now they're going to call something else against the Raiders. Like a hold of some sort.
Right.
So it was illegal motion there. Someone was moving to get set up before they started the man in motion. So holding is the call against the Raiders. So two penalties on the Raider. Illegal motion, pre-snap penalty. Raiders now going to have a first down and 20. We just have not seen this lack of. I don't know how to even explain what it is, but there's just a lot of things that are a little bit off tonight for the Raiders.
Helter skelter,
for sure. Maupin calls for the ball. Here's the snap. Oh, he's in trouble this time. He's going to be hit as he throws it.
Yeah, the end on that far side gets around and puts a hit on Maupin and knocks that ball as it comes out. It's going to go incomplete, so kind of harmless there, but you know, Maupin's taking a bunch of hits tonight.
Yeah, he saw Hudson Leonard get open. I think he's right on that.
Yard to gain is the Ranchview 47. Long way to go.
Just feels like the middle of the field should be open for something. Oh my goodness, way over the head of Maupin. Maupin's going to pick it up and he's going to get tackled way back at the 15-yard line.
I didn't want to say it earlier, but I've been very nervous about the snaps that have come out. We saw quite a few last week.
And some of it is that, I thought last week it was pretty good. I just know that they've just got that nose guard head up on the center, and Ogwina's just really struggling with that.
But there's been a bunch that Maupin's had to jump for. That one was way over his head. Didn't even have a chance at it.
4:56 remaining.
And third and forever.
Man, I don't even know how to count this. 37 yards?
Yeah, 35, 36, somewhere in there. Maybe 37.
Here's Maupin over that left side. He's going to fake the run, keep it himself. Steps out of bounds at the 28-yard line. I know that Kaysen is getting really frustrated, but the Raiders are going to have to punt here on fourth down. And some of that is the penalties, and then just it's kind of uncharacteristic. I know there's a lot of guys playing different positions right now. But it's only 13-7. The Raiders lead it, and now the backup punter, Austin Helton, in for the punt. Helton,
got a little under that one.
Not the best situation right there.
Oh, goes off
that
Ranchview.
Goes off one of the Ranchview players.
Nobody else around.
Now, I think they're going to call an unnecessary roughness. I'm not sure if it's for the hit, or if the Raider responded, but one of them got absolutely decleated.
I think this is going to be on Ranchview.
Is it? Yeah. And when I say this, he held him by getting on top of him and held him down. He just absolutely decleated one of the Raiders, and that's going to be a 10-yard mark off. And well, that was fortuitous.
Yeah, it really makes that punt not nearly as bad. Start the drive at their own 39.
So 1st and 10. I see Brady Woolston out there. Stefan out there. Dalaba and Kason Milligan. Linebackers still are Smith, Helton, and Lucas. Watch those deep balls. I think they see something they like. Here, turn, hands off right up the middle. Quick 4 or 5 yard pick. We'll call it a, well, they're moving over now.
They're going to give him 6, yeah.
They're going to give him 6. They started at 5 and then moved it to 6. 2nd down and 4. I would watch this. If you're Bolds, look for number 1 here going long. Deshaun Williams. Here's the snap, a little bit low. Thought the guy's knee was on the ground. No, they're going to call him down. Yeah, they are going to call him down. That ball's going to be back at the 40-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and 9.
Raiders catch a break right there.
They do.
Loss of 4.
Yep. I thought that's exactly what happened, honestly.
I thought it was really close. It definitely, we're definitely up there a little ways. Hard to tell, but.
Well, it was kind of the way that he bounced off of it. I mean, it looked like the knee bounced off of it when it went down is what kind of happened, which was what allowed him to get the ball, the handoff to number 20, Austin Brown. 3rd down and 8. Here's the snap. Handoff, ball's on the ground, and the Raiders have it. The Raiders have it. A nice recovery there.
Yeah,
by Stefan
Wilson
had a nice game so far.
Makes the hit, I think, causes the fumble, and then is able to get on top of it. And that's the break the Raiders need.
No doubt.
Knocking on the door, 200 yards, 196 yards for the Raider offense so far. Ranchview still under 100. I've got them at 97 yards.
It's crazy, isn't it? 20 of those came on a fake punt.
And actually, I guess they would have been at 101 before the quarterback put his knee down.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
But not a typical offensive yardage.
It's a formation we have not seen by the Raiders. Man in motion as Paul Griffin comes in and sets up. Here's the snap. Turn, fakes it. Looks over right side. That one's going to throw that one deep. Ben Griffin not able to get over to the ball.
Yeah, Ranchview number 9, Logan Thomas really, I mean, he does a good job of keeping Ben, staying in between him. I'm not sure he knew where the ball was.
I don't think he did. I think that was honestly just he just happened to be in the right space. I don't think he ever saw the ball, but it was thrown a little bit outside. Ben not able to get to it. Now it's 2nd down and 10.
It's kind of like one of those.
Here's the pass over to Gardner. Gardner breaks a tackle, and another. And Gardner's going to get to the 21-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down for the Raiders, and a nice job there of Kason Maupin with a man all over him.
I think he had someone around his ankles when he threw that one.
Number 57 is absolutely just dominating that line. Chris Williams is his name. Here's a touchdown to the left side. Hudson Leonard with his first touchdown of the year.
I was going to say just before that, number 77. All right, is he our center? Jace
O'Gwen?
Yes. He held 57, or not held him, but he did a good job on 57 and kept him out of there. Gives Kason Maupin a little bit of time, and then he's able to hit the wide receiver in the end zone. 57's been a load all night long, but on that play, he did very well.
So here's the snap, the hold. The kick is up, and Smith knocks it through, and the Raiders take a 20-7 lead. Well, the Raiders lead at 20-7 here at Carrollton Standridge Stadium over the Ranchview Wolves. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
Thanks for choosing Whataburger. What can I get started for you?
At Whataburger, each meal is made to order, so you can always get exactly what you crave. If that's a Whataburger what a meal, you got it. But if you're in the mood for something a little more you, like a Whataburger with grilled onions, crispy bacon, and creamy pepper sauce, go for it. March to the beat of your own drum. Bite into the beef of your own Whataburger creation. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Smith set to kick off for the Raiders. Raiders not offside that time. I was watching very closely. But the ball is going to go out of bounds at the 31-yard line, so I assume Ranchview will take it at the 36. 2:33 remaining in the half. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolves. So you mentioned a moment ago, Brandon, that Ranchview has under 100 yards of offense.
Yes, they're sitting at 97 yards right now, 67 on the ground.
But think of how many times they've been in the Raiders' side of the field. That's the craziest thing about this game. I mean, I don't know how many times it's been. I bet it's been maybe 6 times, but they only have 100 yards of offense. Now, they do have that big play potential. Now they're going to hand it off right up the middle. A nice run here. Raiders miss a couple, and one last player is Rashad Grant. Makes the tackle.
24-yard run by number 9, Logan Thomas, and flips the field. And more than a couple misses right there. There was probably 5 or 6 Raiders that had a shot at him and unable to get him on the ground.
So 1st down and 10. Lotta's going deep right here. Uh-oh, this is trouble over his head. And fortunate for Bowles because he was not close enough to Williams to make that play. If that ball was on the money, it would have been a touchdown for Ranchview.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those they put up pretty early. I thought it was going to be way too far but towards the left side of the end zone. But who was that? Number 1, Jason Williams did a really good job of getting pretty close to it and being able to run underneath.
2nd down and 10. Turn, hands off. No, he's going to keep it. Wants to throw the out route, and that one is incomplete. Big hit there by Austin Helton on Lotta. Have you noticed Lotta does not run the ball? I mean, he may run it. He's run it a couple of times.
I've got him. I've got my only runs I've got for him were in the 3rd quarter.
Well, one was the knee.
Right, one was the knee, and I've got a negative 15, which was the snap over his head.
Right.
I don't feel like that's quite right, but no, I mean it's kind of that stable of running backs that they've got between Logan and Austin Brown and Logan Thomas.
So 3rd down and 10. Lotta calls for the ball. Looks right up the middle. Raiders coming at him. They've got him.
Nice sack.
They drop him all the way back at midfield.
Yeah, they definitely had it dialed up. Number 3, Caden Lucas, coming from that outside linebacking position, gets through. One of the offensive linemen got a kind of hand on him, but he was on his way through. Stephon Wilson also met him in the backfield. And there was one other one. I missed who it was, but big sack on 3rd down.
So 4th down and 20 now. Probably would have, all you had to do is get positive yardage there, and you probably would have gone for it. But now 4th and 20, that's just.
This is actually really similar to the one that they converted.
Here's the punt.
Oh, no.
Off of Walker. This could be trouble right here. This could actually be a touchdown. right? Is that a touchdown? That's a touchdown for the Ranchview. That's a touchdown for Ranchview.
Yeah, but they knocked it forward. I don't think they can advance it.
Okay.
So it goes off of Walker at like the
So it's a
15.
batting. It's a batting of the ball, is what they're going to call, right?
Yeah, I think they're. My guess is they're going to put this somewhere in that between the 10 and 15 yard line.
And whose ball?
Wouldn't be a safety.
I have no idea. No, it'd have to be a touchdown if it's anything for them, unless Walker batted it. Obviously, Walker wasn't trying to bat the ball.
I think Walker got beat. Oh, okay.
Touchdown. Never seen anything like it. Honestly, I've never seen anything like it on the punt receiving. I don't know what to say. I really do not know what to say. I've never seen this much of a game tilted by the punt receive team. Oh my goodness. So here's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. For Sunnyvale Raiders 20, Wolves 14. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We're always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We're here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
The game changes that we've seen on fourth down.
It's unbelievable. I've honestly never seen anything like this.
I'd say, as Courtney kind of mentioned as we were in break, just if we just went through the crazy fourth down plays that we've seen tonight, this is nuts.
This ball is going to be caught by Walker at the 20, the 25 to the 30. Tries to get some extra yards.
Two hands.
Two hands on the ball. He's at the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Raiders.
It is not going to be a fun day in film. I can tell you that.
I don't.
Or you burn it. Never look at it again.
Yeah, I don't know. So the Raiders. So how many yards does Ranchview have now?
121.
And how many do the Raiders have?
231.
Okay.
Yeah, and the wind has definitely picked up. It's now kind of coming
Which
out
way
of
is
the
it
north,
blowing?
out of the north, out of the northwest, blowing towards the southeast. So as far as on screen, left to right, kind of towards.
I feel like we're about to get hit again with.
Yeah, the way it's coming.
Turn hand off to Walton. Walton breaks the line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up, a quick 7, maybe 8 yards. It's going to rain. Well, we're being told it's going to rain, so we'll see what happens here. Here's the snap, almost over the head of Maupin. Here's Walton over that right side. Boy, it's hard to outrun these guys, but somehow Walton able to get close. Cannot it's going to be 3rd down and 1. And if you're the Raiders, boy, you got to look out here.
It's coming. Oh, it's over Fort Worth right
3rd
now.
down
We got
and
another
1.
storm system coming in with lightning, so we'll have to see what happens. That'll be the end of the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. Raiders 20, Wolves 14. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
You might know that State Farm agent Houston Tullis has great service. He is your good neighbor, after all. But did you know that State Farm has surprisingly great rates too? Yep, that's right. Along with good neighbor service, State Farm agent Houston Tullis has surprisingly great rates for everyone in Sunnyvale. So call State Farm agent Houston Tullis at 972-226-5419 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life.
It's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Fourth quarter, late night action. Here in
No doubt. Here's now Maupin on the keeper over that left side to the 50, to the 45, to the 40.
Thought that was a late hit. Thought he was well out of bounds.
No doubt.
No flag.
No flag on the play.
Yeah, we definitely have weather coming. We have to keep an eye. We're the lightning that has been outside of the range, so we'll see.
Left side. Here's the pass over that left side, just over the head of Ben Griffin.
Yeah, and that right there might have been one of those. You get the wind at your back, and that kind of floats a little bit. And there's
that's the lightning delay.
The lightning siren.
Is that the lightning alarm? Sure enough is. That's the lightning. Well, what do we do, folks? I guess we got it's 20-14. We're just could be a minute before we finish this ball game. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders on the Ranchview 39-yard line when we return. And we will be back here after this weather delay to try to finish this up. But right now, they will not even allow us to stay here because we're actually outside. So we'll be back here on Raider Media when the weather delay ends.